Yeah, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the Tactical Agent. Today we're going to be going over something that I'm very excited about. Something that I've had for a long time. Have yet to do a review on it. But we're going to go over that today. So, before we do, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Get down here in the comment section. Just have your way at it. If you do that, the comment section will be lit. Yeah, that's what the young folks say. I'm not as young as I used to be. So anyway, today we're going to be going over the Springfield XD Subcompact 40. Like I said, I've had this gun for a long time. But before I go any further, just for YouTube and the people out there saying, oh my God, he didn't make that gun safe, he's going to shoot somebody. The gun is safe, and I'm going to just show you that it is. Empty magazine, slide lock to the rear. Do a 3-point test, finger feel, make sure it's empty. That bad boy's safe. Once again, I've had this gun for a long time, somewhere around 8 years, somewhere around 2012. Right after I got into law enforcement, took basic law enforcement training in 2011. Did a lot of applying to jobs and finally landed a job. Actually, I landed 2 jobs with 2 different departments on the exact same day. Totally unexpected. But so I picked this up a couple of months after getting a job with in law enforcement. So I bought it brand new from a local gun shop in my area. It came with the case, it came with the cleaning set, the pistol itself, and 2 magazines. Now I also qualified with this pistol while I was in law enforcement, and I know it has a little bit to do with the shooter. I don't claim to be the best shooter or anywhere near the best, but the gun is really accurate. Okay, even being the size that it is very accurate at distance. But we're going to talk all about that. I'm going to give you the specs. I'm going to give you my pros and my cons. Just as a few housekeeping things, number one, I don't have many cons. There may be one total. And then secondly, I will be loading around into the chamber to show you one of the specs of this gun. That way you can get a good idea about it. Okay, so let's get a close-up and we'll go through this gun from start to finish. Alright guys, we're going to get you a close-up here. Now, just as starters, this gun, everything is stock on it except for the Streamlight TLR3. You can go into the gear and reviews playlist that I have available, and I did a review on that weapon light. But everything else is stock. The backup sights are stock, just regular iron sights with white dots, trigger stock. Everything is stock on this gun. I did no modifications except for adding the light. Now we're going to try to go from top to bottom, muzzle to heel, if you will, and that way the information flows well. This got some weight to it. Most of that weight is generated by the slide, because that slide is all steel. That is a all steel slide. I mean, it's hefty. The frame itself is hard polymer. Very durable polymer. It has a Picatinny rail to the front. The barrel is a 3-inch barrel, and as I told you previously, to be the size of the gun, to be a subcompact, and to be only a 3-inch barrel is very accurate. When in law enforcement, during the daytime, we were shooting from distances of maximum 40 yards. At nighttime, we were shooting from distances about 25 yards, and like I said, very accurate. Nighttime shooting scores, I was shooting a 98.6. Daytime shooting scores, I was shooting about a 96.4. So very accurate. If we also on the slide here, you can see that the serrations are extremely aggressive, and I love that. That way I get a good index on it when charging around into the chamber. So if we look at the width of it, you can see that the width of it, that's a girthy gun, I would say. But I like that because I like the fact of some people don't want a gun this wide or this thick because of, you know, concealed carry and carrying every day. I carry this with me every day and I have no problem whatsoever. But it's you see the width of it, and it's beefy, and I like that because it feels like, yeah, I got something in my hand, you know, something where I can get that good index on that weapon with my grip, which leads into the fact of it having the full-size grip. Even though this is a subcompact, I have a full-size grip that comes in, which is by way of the magazine extension that comes on. As you see here, it pops out. It's got an extension that sits on the magazine that gives me that full grip, and I love that. I have a subcompact pistol with a full-size grip. Once again, regular backup sights. The mag release is ambidextrous, so I can release it from the right side, or I can release it from the left side. So this works for both right-handed and left-handed shooters, or strong side or support side shooting. This particular magazine does hold 12 rounds. It's a 12 round clip, so if you run in 12 plus 1, you got 13 rounds. There are magazine extensions that you can buy for this particular pistol, and it's going to add about 3 rounds to your magazine. So you're looking at 15 rounds, 15 plus 1 if you fill the magazine up and then run one in the head. Here's the things that I really like about it. First and foremost was the full-size grip. Number 2 is the safeties that this particular weapon provides. There are 2 actual safeties on the gun. There are also 2 safety indicators on this weapon system. Now, I'm going to do this one here last, and the one on the back last. That way you can see. Now, first and foremost is the trigger safety. Once again, this gun is safe. It has a trigger safety here. If you pull on the side of that trigger, then this gun's not going to go off, because that trigger safety has to be depressed, just like so. Okay, that's the first thing. This gun is designed for new shooters, people who aren't as comfortable with a gun. This is definitely a design for new shooters. I would advise someone who's a new shooter to pick up a Springfield XD, because it's got so many safeties on them. Next is at the very back, you'll see a silver little detent sticking out there. That is your cocked indicator. That lets you know, even in low light situations, all you got to do is feel back there. You can tell that weapon is cocked. Now, if you'll watch it, once I pull that trigger, it disappears. Okay. Now it reappears once that slide cycles, has a new round in there. It reappears. Okay. If I pull that trigger again, now you see that even with a round in there, if that gun ain't cocked, that weapon's not going to go off. Okay. Next is the grip safety. I love this. This and the next one that I'm going to talk about is my 2 most favorite portions of this gun in the design. So what this grip safety does is, if you don't have a proper hold on this gun, this gun's not going to go off. So now, as you see, it's cocked. If I just try to pull the trigger, it won't allow that firing pin to release and engage that round. Okay, I have to have a shooting grip on this gun to be able to cause that round to go off, to be able to depress that trigger like it should. Now that trigger you're looking at, it's not heavy at all. It's not an aftermarket trigger. I may be wrong on this, but I'm thinking 4.5, 5 pounds, because my dad's, he's got a Springfield, not a Springfield, he's got a Smith & Wesson 9, and the trigger pull on that one is extremely heavy, much easier to depress than his is. So going to the top, and if you look there at the top of that slide, you see that it's flush all the way down. It's flush. Okay, sorry if I hit the camera, but it's flush all the way down. But once I load a round into the chamber, now that you see there's a portion that sticks up there, right here. You got a little notch there. What that is a loaded indicator. That lets you know that this weapon is loaded. You see right there, it's sticking up. That lets you know this weapon is loaded. Okay, so you got a loaded indicator at the top and a cocked indicator at the back that lets you know this thing is locked and loaded, ready to go. So pulling that trigger now with a shooter's grip, that gun will fire, but not without the shooter's grip, without it being loaded and the trigger being manipulated. That gun's not going to go off. Absolutely love it. This weapon system has not failed me yet. I've put several thousand rounds of this gun, and I've honestly not had one malfunction with this particular weapon system. Now, I've put 3,000 to 4,000 rounds to this gun, and I've not had any type of malfunction so far, which is excellent. It's not failed me yet. Never one time jammed, nothing, never failed to extract a round, anything at all. I keep it cleaned after every time I take it out. I clean it. Even if I haven't taken it out, if I haven't been to the range in a while, I'll still, after a while, I'll clean it, oil it down, and make sure it's taken care of. So I'm telling you, very reliable. If you're looking for something like this, go ahead and pick it up. I know with the way things are going right now, it's hard to find weapons. I would suggest sites like gunbrokers.com, gunsamerica.com. Folks are always selling on those, and you may be able to pick up one there. So that's my pros that you just heard about the gun. My cons, I only have two. The first one is the grip. Even though they have serrations on the front and serrations on the heel of the grip, on the sides where the fingers actually wrap around and the palm resides, there is very slick, and I wish there was more stippling there. It would give it you could get a more aggressive grip, really cinch down on that weapon system. I wish they had something like that. And the other thing is, with this particular gun, you can't find readily available gear like you can with the Glock. Everything about Glock is universal. You can find holsters, you can find with a light bearing or not, you can find all of these gadgets for Glocks, but you can't find a whole lot for the Springfields. Just to give you an example, you know, I'm looking to get a Safari Land holster, but I've yet to find anyone for this particular gun, and that's frustrating. But that's the only cons that I have. I will be getting a Glock soon to supplement this one here, but that's it. Pros and cons. Springfield XD Subcompact 40. They have different variations. They have the XDM, the XDS. They have the different size, full size, compact, different calibers. Do take a look at them. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you would, smash that like button, comment down below if there's any type of guns that you'd like me to review, or guns that you like. Leave them down there. I do read the comments. And share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. This is the Tactical Agent telling you, train hard, train smart.